Christina from The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. Today, I'm going to show you the basics on how to get started with Sweet Pickins milk paint. Now, I gotta tell you, full disclosure, that Sweet Pickins milk paint is a little bit high maintenance. You can't just slap the furniture paint right on and get working and expect a great outcome. Sometimes it works, sometimes you get lucky, but most of the time you need to put in a little extra effort, but it's worth it. The silky, smooth, chippy finish that you get with Sweet Pickins milk paint is like no other furniture paint, and it's totally worth all the extra effort. It's really important though you don't skip important steps, or you might be disappointed with your final product. So let me show you what I know and get you started. First thing you want to do with your piece of furniture is you must clean it. It is so important so that the milk paint will adhere good. What I like to use is Awesome spray from the dollar store. It works really, really well. You have another degreaser spray that you like to use, feel free to go ahead and also drop it in the comments below so we can help others. I just spray it on the piece real good, get all the areas, and then wipe it with a cloth. What this is going to do is it's going to remove all the old varnish and finish and gunk. It's amazing how much you can get off the furniture that looks clean. So don't skip this step. For this project, I am using Sweet Pickins milk paint in Haberdash, a beautiful gray color. To get started mixing milk paint, you're going to need a few supplies. Get a bowl, a whisk, and a measuring cup, and you will need hot water. It's very important when you're mixing, you have equal parts of water to milk paint. Make sure the water is hot, and what I like to do is I put the hot water in the bowl first and add the milk paint. Next step is just to mix thoroughly. Make sure there are no lumps and clumps. This will take a couple of minutes and don't rush it. Make sure you really mix well. To help with the blending, an immersion blender works really well. If you get into using milk paint a lot, you might want to pick one of these up. I got mine at a garage sale for $1. The next step for this project is to think about bonding. Milk paint will not bond to every surface. Milk paint likes raw wood or real dried out wood. This piece, which has a real shiny finish, is going to be way too slick for it to just stick to. If you apply milk paint without any extra bond to this piece, probably it will all flake off. Trust me, I know. I've done it before and it's really frustrating. To avoid this, you want to add a little extra bond. You have 2 parts paint for 1 part extra bond. So I have it all smooth, no bubbles, and I'm going to add in, for my 2 parts of paint, 1 part of extra bond. If you decide to go a little less, remember, you run the risk of having a lot of flaking paint. Then you want to mix real good with your extra bond, and you can get painting. Paint the top. It's important with milk paint that you do long strokes when you're painting. And you want to put it on a little heavy so it covers real good with the first coat. If you need a second coat, make sure you don't put any extra bond in the second coat. Otherwise, your paint will start peeling off really bad. If you notice any little chunks while you're painting in your paint, don't worry, you can sand them right off. They'll add to the character of the piece. The first coat is done. You can apply additional coats if you feel it needs it. Remember, if you used bond, the second coat should not have any bond in it or you might get too much chippiness. Now, we wait to see if we get chippiness. The table is dry. I didn't get as much chippiness as I liked, but with milk paint that happens. You never know what to predict. There were some good corners. So next step, I'm going to do some distressing. I'm using my orbital sander and my 220 grit sandpaper. I love how it turned out, distressing and chippiness all in one. Now it's time to seal the milk paint. There are two methods that I prefer for sealing milk paint. The first is using Sweet Pickins top coat. It is a matte top coat and it's very, very durable finish. It also has no VOCs and it is non-yellowing. You can use it indoors without any worry. All you do is you brush it on. I apply my top coat the next day after painting. And then you can apply your second coat. I usually wait about 2 hours in between drying time. My favorite top coat for milk paint is using all natural hemp oil because it's so simple and it rejuvenates the wood along with the milk paint. All you do to apply hemp oil is you normally apply it the next day after painting. And you just brush it on the surface. It couldn't be any easier. Brush it in. Once you've brushed it all over your piece, you're going to let it set for about 5 to 25 minutes. The next step is to take a lint-free cloth. I use really old washcloths that have been washed a million times and rub the excess hemp oil. Then you can apply a second coat of hemp oil if your piece needs it and wipe it all down again. You want to make sure to let your piece set for 24 hours before using it to allow the hemp oil to dry. Hemp oil can also be used to seal chalk paints and clay-based paints, and even to restore old dried out wood. To purchase any of the products that you saw me using here, you can shop my online store at shoptheturnedleg.com, or you can shop my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan. Sure, Sweet Pickins milk paint takes a little extra effort, but the end results are so worth it. Where else can you get such a beautiful old world chippy finish? Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more confident about using Sweet Pickins milk paint. Don't forget to also read all of the directions on the packaging before you get started. If there was anything I missed or something you know that can help others using milk paint for the first time, please comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. It helps me to continue to make more videos to help others to salvage, repurpose, and create.